Welcome back to 15 Lane Stock Game Week 34 review show. We are going to talk about all the games that happened all over the weekend as we saw Liverpool humbling Crystal Palace at the Anfield to keep their European hopes alive. Arsenal humbled Newcastle at the Emirates Stadium to go back on top of the table. Let's go. Liverpool versus Crystal Palace at the Anfield. Liverpool 3, Crystal Palace 1. Some of the biggest talking points in this game. We saw Liverpool getting their revenge over Crystal Palace in a 3-1 victory at the Anfield and also winning 3 games in a row since they were knocked out of the Champions League. You understand, Liverpool have now picked up form as they are trying very hard to secure the European position. Liverpool are right now on 58 points with 34 games played. Aston Villa are also on 58 points with 34 games played. And on the other hand, Manchester United are also 58 points with 33 games played. You understand? So Manchester United have a game in hand against Brentford. So we don't know on Monday what's going to happen in that fixture against Manchester United and Brentford. But the 3 teams right now are still fighting for the top 4 or the European position. You understand? And on the other hand, we saw Isak back on the score sheet for Liverpool since after that long-term injury that kept him out like for 5 months. He just came back against PSG. He played some few games there. Then Ekitike got an injury, and now Isak came back to lead the line since a major blow for Liverpool again in this fixture. We know Ekitike got off injured last week when Liverpool played Everton. Also, their second goalkeeper, Mama, got injured. And in this game also, we saw Mohamed Salah, who got an injury. You understand? It felt like a hamstring. Are we going to see him miss the World Cup with Egypt, or is he going to recover in time? We just have to wait for Liverpool medical team to assess the injury so we can understand the length of the injury. You understand? On the other hand, we saw Woodman, the goalkeeper, the third choice goalkeeper of Liverpool, making super saves in this fixture. You understand? He was my man of the match in this game. Liverpool's second goal that was scored by Robertson. Woodman made a save on Mateta's header. You understand? Then they turned the defense into attack within 40 seconds. Liverpool had scored their second goal to go 2-0 up in that game. And that's how this guy, for me, on the other hand, was my man of the match. Arsenal versus Newcastle at the Emirates Stadium. Arsenal 1, Newcastle 0. Some of the biggest talking points in this game. Arsenal are finally back to their winning ways and also back on top of the table with 73 points. You understand? With Manchester City having now a game in hand. And Arsenal, this is their advantage, that they are going to play another game before Manchester City plays another game of Premier League. So they have a chance to go 6 points ahead of Manchester City in this title race. Though when they faced Newcastle, they did not score many goals as they had to, but they secured the most important thing, the 3 points. You understand? Because we know this league may go down to goal difference as Manchester United and Manchester City. It happened in 2012. You understand? So Arsenal secured the 3 points in this fixture, and we saw the squad his 10th goal for Arsenal this season since he was signed for Crystal Palace. You understand? Most people are calling him a flop, but the guy has now scored 10 goals this season for Arsenal in all competition, and the goal came courtesy of shooting. We all know since the last games Arsenal have been struggling in, the games they have dropped, the Bournemouth game, the Manchester City game, the Southampton game, and the Carabao Cup final. If we go to Sporting CP in Champions League, all those games, Arsenal, they don't want to shoot. You understand? That is their problem. Arsenal right now have been struggling with 2 things, shooting and crossing. They don't want to shoot and they don't want to cross. That's why they have they gave Manchester City a chance to get back into this title race. But the bad news for Arsenal in this fixture also, we saw Kai Havertz leaving the field with an injury. We just have to wait for the Arsenal medical team to tell us the length of the injury. Is it a serious one or is just a minor injury? If it's a serious one, it's going to be a big blow for Arsenal as they are going for the title. They need everyone to be fully fit as they so that those people can play their part in the title race. And the positives for Arsenal, we saw Saka was back on the pitch and he played like the last 15 minutes of this game. You understand? So he looked positives here and there. But Newcastle, as we said in our preview show, Newcastle has been struggling this season. So it is not new that it was humbled at the Emirates. And if you see, apart from Yona Wissa's chance, Newcastle, Yona Wissa and Tonali showed that try saved. Newcastle did not create a lot of chances in this match against Arsenal. So Arsenal are back on top of the table with 73 points and they have a chance to go 6 points clear ahead of Manchester City, as Manchester City now will be with 2 games in hand.